Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another weekend watchlist building session. Today is Saturday, August 21st, 2021, and what a great week we've got coming up. With the Feds being in Jackson Hole, obviously there's gonna be some movement around that. The market likes to seem to react to anything that the Fed does these days. However, it's short-lived. After that massive flush on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday seemed like it was just back to the normal never-ending bull run. So with that being said, I've got 4 or 5 tickers here. I think I'm gonna do 5 this week that are bullish, and if I have time, I may look. I've got a list of some bearish ones that I'd also like to take an interest in, or at least take a look at. So what I do is I am a dark pool block trade software analyst. I have been trading for quite a while now, and if you've not been on any of my streams before, I use a software called FlowTrade. It is a smart money dark pool and block trade algorithm, and it shows us what large institutions, hedge funds, multi-million dollar trades are happening as they're happening, rather than having to look back in the past to see what happened. So the chart you see in front of you is the 4-chart layout. If I draw any red lines, those will be regular block trades. If I draw any blue lines, they'll be dark pool block trades. If you see me draw a white line, that's when there's a dark pool block trade and a regular block trade so close to each other you can't really separate them out. The purple line you see is the regular algorithm, and the white is price action. So that being said, I'm going to drop this down to a single chart layout just so that you can see a little bit better what's going on, and we'll get started on our list. This week we're going to be looking at Play. So it's a toss-up between Play and Playboy. I think we may go with Playboy instead. We'll just look at them. We'll take a look and see which one's got a better divergence. So Play or Playboy. QDEL, which is out of our healthcare. Honeywell, CREE, and Redfin. I tried to get one out of each industry. Just so that we could, find one of those industries is going to run this week. So if we can find 1 or 2 great plays, then that's what we're looking to do. Yeah, this is tough. This is a tough call. Very, very tough call. I'm going to go ahead and go with Playboy, simply because it's got a higher beta, and the algo is a little bit better looking. Okay, so what you're seeing here is, I'm just going to go through this really quickly. The algorithm has been net buying ever since the 16th. You can see that we've got a nice strong uptrend going on with the algorithm, right? It's curling up towards the end, these are all bullish things that we like to see. It's making higher lows and higher highs. It just had a little bit of a breakout, right? As you can see, the algo kind of broke out and above that little level there, which is always good to see. We do have a regular block trade as a target at 27.11. That's going to be this level here. So what we would like to do is we like our little price action. I guess I should have done price action first. So price action, is this a bottom? It's going to be tough. Regardless, we're making higher lows and higher highs. We are currently at a previous low, which is always a good sign. We may stair step up to take out some of these previous highs on our way up towards about this level here. I'll look at it on a chart here in a minute and see what it looks like. But we definitely have room from 21 to that regular block trade level at 27.11. So we'll keep Playboy on mind. I'm going to go ahead and do Play as well, just because I like both of those. They're both in consumer discretionary, so who knows? Maybe we'll do 6. All right, again, Play, which is Dave & Buster's, has a regular block trade level that's going to be a target. It looks as if, though, the algo was trading with price action. Price action has sold off pretty much all last week. Gap down, gap down, gap down. The algo is continuing to buy. It has not broken its uptrend, and so this one looks pretty decent. Looks like a pretty decent recovery one. And so let me just show you what that looks like on the chart. We have, pretty consistent buying. The algo is, this is a little consolidation here where it kind of goes flat. I would look for the algo to kind of bounce that level to continue to pull upwards. Excuse me. As far as price action is concerned, we got a nice, pretty nice steady uptrend where we're continuing to make lower highs, right, and higher lows, or higher lows on higher highs. Ugh. Looks like we're at a flag position right there. Looks like it's a little bit of a pennant from previous low. So we'd look to gap up to take out, or at least have the target of this regular block trade that came in at 33.83. That's a pretty good target. So initial target of 33.83. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I like it on the upside. So the next one I want to take a look at is QDEL, QDEL, and that's out of our healthcare sector. Let's see what's going on with this one. All right, I'm going to drop the block trades down. I'm really only interested in block trades in the last 10 or 11 days. So nice, strong, bullish divergence here. There's a gap that's going to have to be filled at some point in the stock's lifetime. Looks like we've got some divergence. Played out. Real divergence occurred about on the 17th. So nice, strong net buying. This algo is made a nice vertical move towards the end of the day. The algo has maintained its uptrend. A lot of the divergences you would think started here, right? It's already played out to about this level here. And what we're looking for is the algo to go in one direction, the algo to make higher highs while price action's making lower lows. So that's the divergence level we're really looking at right there. The price action's making those higher lows. Looks like we had a little bit of a burst to break through previous lows. So we broke through it. We came back and we back tested a little bit. That's very strong. Looks as if though it might be trying to make the old Wu-Tang pattern reversal, right? Right, and this would be the third move of that large move up. So we're going to keep an eye on QDEL. I'll have to look, but there's a pretty significant gap. All right, this is grab the right one. This is a pretty big gap. 131 to 145. So I'm gonna have to really look into this one a little bit. If it's a biotech, I might change my mind on it a little bit, but obviously from a technical standpoint it looks pretty good. Next one we're going to look at is Honeywell. Honeywell from the old industrials. Honeywell's at the 4-hour bottom, divergence up. Okay, so vertical algo to consolidation, vertical algo to consolidation. That seems to be pretty key, pretty standard pattern here with Honeywell. Let me just. All right, Honeywell. Let's see. So consolidation, explosion, consolidation, explosion. Nice solid uptrend. So I like this. I like this divergence that it's occurred. I'd really like to be able to. There we go. Draw the line. Nice uptrend. Really good divergence. Looks as if though we've started to make higher highs and higher lows. There's two regular block trades that are gonna help, or they're gonna interact with this stock. One came in at 228.41. Price action fell through it, tested it, pulled back for support, made another attempt at it, and going into Friday where things were pretty choppy, it looks like it rejected it, but found some additional support and may make another push to get through this. We've also got a block trade at 229.96, so about a $1.50 apart. I'd anticipate price action to get in here and maybe chop around a little bit just to get through it. But once it gets through it, I think it'll definitely want to come take out some of these previous highs and previous lows. So that is Honeywell. The next one we have is CREE, C-R-E-E, and that is our information technology play, 1.39 beta, pretty decent. Let's see. So price action trading with the algorithm. A little bit of divergence is playing out here. When we talk about divergence playing out, I'll show you what I mean with that. Since the 18th, looks like the big boys have just been net buying. Pretty significant net buying. So we've got this net buying here. Algo's making higher lows and higher highs. Right, curly Q right at the tip top. We like to see that going up. When I talked about divergences playing out, so we had a divergence here, right, where price action's making higher highs and the algo starts selling off. So typically what you can do is you can just draw a line straight across, and that that divergence has to play out. So if the algo's selling, it's going to naturally bring price action down with it. So divergence looks like it's played out. Created a new divergence on the 19th. We're making and holding higher lows and higher highs. Looks like we had a little bit of a flag breakout, and now we're got a nice little rising wedge gap that still needs to be filled at this level here. I like this one. So CREE looks pretty good. You can definitely keep an eye on that one. And then last but not least, we've got Redfin Rdfn. That's out of our real estate sector. And let's see what we got going on here with Redfin. Let's see. All right, divergence played out, divergence played out, divergence played out, divergence played out, divergence played out. New divergence began. Trading with price action. Significant divergence. Cup and handle forming. All right, I like this one. We do have a regular block trade that's going to be initial target, and I want to show you. See how price action has it when it interacts with these block trades, it provides support, right, until it fails. So on the way back up, it's going to provide resistance. So just keep that in mind. Pretty much overall trending uptrend. A little bit of consolidation, a little bit of chop at the end of last week. I do like this curling up. I would really like this algo to break this little channel it's created for itself. Break up and out of that. Get up in here, this area somewhere, right? Let's see. Looks like there's a little bit of a cup and handle forming, so it might need a little bit of a pullback. However, we are making those higher lows and higher highs. Like a little rising channel. Got some room to take out previous highs, but yeah, I would look for a potential little bit of a pullback and then a rip, forming cup and handle. This is the level of the block trade coming in at 55.05. That's a nice, that's a nice psychological round $5 option contract number, right? So look for that level, that 55 level, 47.50 to 55. That's a good $8 move. All right. That's it pretty much for the algorithm technical analysis. I'm going to go ahead and hop over and do some chart technical analysis. That's part 2 of this little weekend watch list video that we got here. Alright, so I use a couple of different tools. I'm really starting to like TrendSpider a lot more, but TradingView is always my favorite. So, massive sell-off, broken through the weekly, currently resting at the weekly bottom, below the daily mid. And it looks like we are, just back in the 4-hour bottom, still below the daily bottom. Not super thrilled with these moving averages, though. So, looking for a MACD crossover. Looks like we're getting ready for one of those to occur, and we're looking for a squeezed, the TTM squeeze to release. All right, so Playboy, obviously this 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart is going to be resistance. We've got previous highs that we have to take out. What else do we got going on here? So did it just IPO and then dump? No, couldn't have done that. So consolidation, massive run up, currently trading at -3 ATR. Stocks like to revert to the mean, which is a 21 EMA. That comes in at 26.54. However, VWAP and point of control is a little higher up. VWAP's right there at 34. And 34 with point of control coming in at 38.50. Got a newly formed 200 SMA. Waiting for this squeeze to curl back around and slingshot out. This higher lows and higher highs is encouraging. Hasn't really done that for a couple days. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. It's got to take out previous highs and probably the 200 SMA for me to really get interested in it. So 22.54 is a level I'd start to get interested in taking a position. Fibonacci is, so if we went from alright, so if I took a fib level from this peak to this low, right, gives me a $24, $25, $26 price target. Looking over here on the right hand side, just a simple retracement to the 21 EMA is coming in at right at 26. So 26, let me just draw that level. So, all right, that's the level there. So yeah, I think that we could definitely get there. Definitely would be interested. So I'm really interested on the break of this 200 SMA. So break at 22.43. There's about a 90-cent play there for people that want to be a little bit more aggressive. I just currently don't. I like a little bit of conviction. I like knowing that a stock's ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and create an alert. All right, we're going to break through that lonely point carrier. We're going to call it 200 SMA Ripper. Look to. All right, so we created an alert for that one. All right, the next one I wanted to do was play, and I'm going to speed through these last ones. About to get a lot of background noise. So play. All right, sold off. SAC positive moving averages. We're finally above the 50 SMA. Trading at negative 1.5 ATR. And I'm not super impressed with the with the old candlestick setup on this one. All right, so it's very wavy, right? Likes to move in waves. Whereas this wave, we're currently at the bottom. Yeah, I'm glad I re-looked at play. I'm not super thrilled with the way that this one looks. So I'm going to take it off the list for now and move to QDEL. QDEL. All right, so QDEL. Good move at the end of the day. So back up into the daily, barely back up into the dailies. 4-hour bottom to 4-hour mid. Retracement to the 21 EMA. Waiting for the squeeze to slingshot back around. Waiting for MACD to curl over. Yeah, I think that this one's going to probably make me wait until we get back into or at the 4-hour top. So 123. All right, so nice strong move. We've got the 200 SMA at 120, trading at negative 3 ATR, negative 2 ATR. So it's attempting to pull back to the mean. It's attempting to pull back to 131 or potentially 126. Bull flag formed at the end of the day. All right, that's a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. So that's point of control. Or excuse me, that's the mean. We got the mean there, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop. Looks like breaking previous lows. We've got some demand zone issues in there, and there's that doji I'm looking for. So for me, for a break of 120.83, and we'll look to get long. I'm going to go ahead and create an alert there. Right, it's not going to be happy pain. It's 200 SMA Ripper. Okay. All right, that was QDEL. The next one we've got is Honeywell. Looking at HON. Don't like that it's below the 34 EMA. Currently investing at the weekly mid, still in the monthly cloud, daily bottom. I'm assuming the 4 hours there too. Yeah, back into the 4 hour. So a move to the 4 hour top would be 233. We've got a little bit of a falling channel here too on the daily. Right, a little bit of a channel. We're only trading, so this would be a pullback to the 382, 1 ATR. Very easy to move back to VWAP and point of control at 230. Right, that would be the 200 SMA on the 15 minute as well. I don't know how I feel about this massive little sell-off here. I don't know how I feel about that, considering we've got, we've got a demand zone. If it sorry, I need to draw that a little bit lower. All right. Got kind of a long demand zone. I didn't see that sell-off at the end of the day. I don't know if they had earnings or what. Definitely going to keep an eye on it. It would need to take out some previous lows. Right, it's 230. This one's a little interesting here. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this one and see what happens. If it blows through this demand zone, then I'll look to take it down to a negative 3 ATR at 220 with a pit stop at the 618 retracement at 230 or 223. You're going to have to keep an eye on that guy. All right, that was fun. CREE. See, we got CREE. All right, that's nice. Nice little rolling up. Pull back for that cup and handle. Looking for MACD to curl around and become positive. Looking for the squeeze to release. Where the weekly bottom back into the 4 hour bottom. Looking more like we're trying to make a move to the 4 hour top or the 34 EMA. So look at that move into the daily cloud at 85. So CREE to 85. Yep. Getting ready to pop that 200 SMA. Pull back to the 21 EMA, which is the mean. So we're looking to pull back to basically point of control at 91. Yeah, I like this one. So we're, we sold off to negative 3 ATR and we're on our way back up to the upside, right? RSI is a little bit oversold. Stochastic or MACD's curling around, looking to do a crossover. We've got that 200 SMA on the 15 that we're going to break through. As soon as we get through it, I'm going to get an alert. It's going to let me know that I can go to get long. Checking it, make sure we're going to keep an eye on VWAP at 86, right? So that 85.90 strike sounds pretty decent. Pretty decent. Crosses over. 200 SMA. Ripper. Alright, made some alerts there. And finally, Redfin. Rdfn. Alright, so Redfin is another one of those little cup and handle forming. We are getting out of the weekly bottom, over the monthly mid, which would be over the 21, back into the daily top. So we're looking for a move from the mid to the top. So 47 to 50, a break into 50, then we're going to go check out this previous low at 52. And then 53. So there's a channel right there that we're going to trade up to. Yeah, a little cup and handle. Kind of the same deal. Sold off to -3 HR, looking to pull back to the mean, which is currently right at 55, right? Which would be a break above VWAP and on way to point of control at 56. So that's going to be our target is 55.46. Yeah, I feel like I just went over this, but the chart isn't showing that I did. All right, so right there. $200 SMA Ripper. Let's see, look to get long. We're going to do the 50 to 55. Okay. All right, so that's Redfin. We've got an alert set up for Redfin. We've got an alert set up for CREE. Right, we've got an alert set up for HON, or do we? We do not have an alert set up for HON. Let's see. Let me just draw a line. So if we get below that, so we want it to break. Pretty much any of that. Relook. Divergence. So what I'm saying is, if it comes down and touches the bottom of this demand zone, send me an alert. I'm going to reevaluate the position, either go long or short. We do have that bullish divergence, so that's why I want to be notified on what happens with this stock. QDEL, kind of the same deal. Got the alert set. We're good on QDEL. I'm going to bring... Can I bring that down at all? That's not letting me. All right, that was QDEL, and then finally Playboy. And Playboy. I've got an alert set for that too. So I think we're good to go. Thanks for joining me once again. My name is Darkpool Algo. It's been a great time building this weekend watch list with you. All I ask in return is you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And in case you want more, analysis, I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Have a great day.